was slurping all up in the ear holes. Anyway, welcome guys.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We are
Welcome,
on
guys.
episode. I'm gonna say don't tell me 10.
Yeah, good.
Double figures.
Double
10.
figures. Whoa.
10. And this is an extra special one for International Women's Day. We are
Happy
joined
International Women's
by
Day.
Two lovely guests, but before we get to them, let's do our weekly check-in. I'll start with Dean. Dean, how's it been going?
Yeah, it's been fine actually. I've finally got out of all my illnesses. I've had about 3 colds since Christmas, but yeah, I'm starting to feel a bit better. I'll start to do a bit of strength training, so you're gonna see the best version of me in March by about April. Yeah.
What strength training? What have you been doing?
What's that things where you kneel down and you stand up with the dumbbell, the barbells, and you got the barbells in your hand.
You're gonna have to come better. Kneel down and stand up.
Deadlifts.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, my thighs feel. You know, it kills you like about 2 days later. Your legs are in a madness, but I feel strong. It's making me feel strong, and my core. I'm working on my core strength, so you're gonna see the abs come out by about June. Yeah.
Jade is rolling her eyes.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be seeing any abs come out.
Listen,
we don't want to see any abs.
You got to think positive, guys. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you do that? At home? In the gym?
Yeah.
Where we
Yeah. We've got a little thing set up in the garage. So
Okay.
just go in there. Just yeah.
Okay. And Leon?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. I have to give thanks to the Most High. Yeah.
And that's it? Nothing to report? The week's been fine?
Yeah, I mean...
You got no, you know, I know we said we was moaning less this year, so you haven't got any moans, but, you know, anything?
I haven't got any moans. I'm actually really happy because for those of you that have been keeping up with my channel, I bought some new gloves because, you know, I suffer with the cold hands during the winter. I bought a new pair of gloves and so far so good. They seem to be doing the job.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at that episode yet. I keep seeing it, but I might, because that's my thing, hands.
I just need to get some glove liners because I remember I think it was you, Joe, that told me about glove liners about a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But I bought the wrong type of glove liners. I bought these thin looking, fashionable kind of thing, and they didn't last long.
Heated glove liners. Heated glove liners. I've got a pair of them heated glove liners.
Heated glove liners.
Yeah, they are the truth. Trust me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, next time we go out cycling, I'm gonna bring them out.
But glove liners are meant to be thin. How can they be heated?
Listen, I'm gonna show you how it works.
How can they be thin and have?
I'm gonna show you how.
Where's the battery pack?
Jade, tell them. Trust me.
No, we're not asking Jade anything. We're not asking Jade anything yet. We're not. Don't try to get back up from Jade, please.
We just started, you know. Come on.
Okay, heated glove liners. I'm gonna make a note of those.
Make a note.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, good. Everybody's good. I'm all right. I'm good.
Oh, yeah,
I'm counting. Yeah, no one don't want to ask. I'll answer myself. How are you, Joanna? Yeah, Joanna, I'm fine. Thank you.
On big International Women's Day.
And no one ain't asking me, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'm okay. Thank you for asking, everybody.
It's good to see Joe.
Thank you, and you, Dean. So today, who's going to introduce our guests? I'll introduce our guests. Okay, I'll do it, guys. Once again, we have. I'm going to start with Miss Jade over there. I don't even know where to go. The running extraordinaire, marathon, ultra marathon, half marathon, any trail running, everything running. The Forrest Gump of TWR. Jade, also known as Dean's wife. Jade, how are you?
I'm fine. I've just picked up Mister's little bug, so that's just really knocked me. So yes, he's kindly passed it to me, just slightly. So yeah, I'm not happy.
Dean,
You have to dose up.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Sharing isn't caring.
but otherwise, how are you, Jade?
I'm
Raw. Like you know, we've got to do like the third questions. I've got licks twice already. You know, so we not.
No one ain't got licks yet, Steve.
let's
Don't
make it
tell
middle of
lies.
amicable.
training. So that's why I'm really upset because I'm in the middle of my peak training at the moment.
And what are we training for? Let
training-
the viewers and the listeners know.
So I'm in the middle of doing my Tokyo marathon. So I had to do a really long run.
Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm doing Japan.
Ooh.
I got in.
You kept that one quiet.
Do you need
Yeah,
anyone
I
to
am.
hold your bags or
I am.
oh. Just leave him.
Listen, I'm back that. I'm back that.
The lurgy,
I'm
leave
back
him.
that from time. Trust me, I'm going Tokyo. I don't usually.
Nice.
the
When
rest
is
of them,
that?
I'm like, yeah, but this one I'm going.
3 weeks time.
3 weeks time.
Yeah, literally.
Jeez, on bread.
Yeah.
That's
So I
amazing.
can't afford to be ill. And because I'm ill, I'm
Yeah.
really stressed. So I'm like mask up, everything. And I've just done 20 miles in the rain. So it's full on at the moment.
20 miles when? Just now.
On Saturday. I know.
Wow.
Wow. 20 miles all in one go.
Yeah, all in one go.
Without
Saturday
stopping.
was cold.
It was
And wet.
cold.
And wet.
And wet. You're right, Carla. Yeah.
Brutal.
And wet.
Yeah. But that's what I have to do to see the results.
And then you're doing the London Marathon as well.
I am indeed.
When I'm grown up, I want to be like Jade. You know, I swear. No, in fact, I don't. 'Cause I don't want to run. I'm not even lying. I don't. Forget that. Sorry, we'll edit that bit out. I don't want to be like Jade. But
2 minutes to
well,
2 feet.
yeah, no. Ooh, that's a lot of running. Well done, Jade. Well done.
Thank you.
Dean, stay away from Jade with the lurgies, please.
All right, no, it's gone now. It's left me now, as she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
well,
know it's left you. It's
Yeah,
left
yeah.
you and gone to Jade. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Out of order. And our second guest, we have what? We have the mountain goat, don't we?
Man.
Mountain goat, yeah.
The mountain goat, also known as Harvey's wife, who we had on a few episodes ago. She loves a hill. That household is all about the hills, man. Hill and gully, and
Hill and
just-
Gully, yeah.
yeah, hill and gully. They eat them up for dinner. Welcome, Carla. Welcome.
Welcome, Carla.
Thank you. It's a pleasure joining you guys tonight.
Thank you
Pleasure
for
to have
coming.
you.
How have you been?
Yeah, you know what? I've been good. I've just come back from an extended period in the sunshine. So the cold just hit me like wham, like hello, this is winter.
Yes.
You know sometimes you forget. And then you step off the plane and you're like, oh wow.
Yes.
But mostly I think what has got me thinking and reflecting is how dark it is. Like this week, like there's no sun.
It's
We were
depressing,
just
isn't it?
covered in this blanket of grayness.
Grey, drab, innit?
Yeah,
It's horrible.
dreary and wet.
Yeah.
You know, us Caribbean people, I really, really enjoyed being in the sun. So, whilst it's good to be back, I do miss the warmth and the sunshine.
Yeah. Sun is important. I think even if it was cold but it's sunny, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But when it's just everyday grey.
Yeah, it's a mood. It's a mood thing, isn't it? It's a mood thing. As I get older, I'm
Yeah,
definitely want to spend more time in my winters over there if I can.
100%. That is definitely the plan. So today's
Something that we need
episode,
to
what are
aim
we talking
for.
about? Yes, let's all aim for it. We can all go to Tokyo for starters with Jade, I think.
It's cold.
What do you mean it's cold?
Yeah,
not
Japan
cold, it's
isn't
not
warm
cold.
in March.
Oh, really?
No,
It's about the
not
same.
coming in.
It's about the same as England, or a little bit, maybe slightly warmer. But it's the beginning of
Yeah.
March, so it's not going to be hot.
Oh, that's not fun then.
So yeah, so you guys won't want to come. I have to go
Yeah.
to emotional support.
Yeah.
What are you going to do while Jade's running? What are you going to do while Jade's running a marathon?
I don't know. Apparently, in Japanese tradition, you're not allowed to make up holy bananas like what we do in London. So we've been reading. So yeah, you meant to just well done. If you're not allowed to be too rowdy. So I don't know. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, wow.
What? So what? Everyone just silent clapping on the street.
I don't know.
when they're running?
Jay can tell you a bit more, but
Yay.
yeah, that's what I've been told.
Yeah,
So
very quiet.
don't bring. I
Quite
know you lot
modest.
like to go on like carnival and bring foghorn and flag
Exactly.
and be
That's what we usually do.
Be doing up carnival on the street side. So
Yeah, yeah,
you better behave yourselves.
yeah.
No,
No
none
one
of
punch
that.
at the side of the road. No.
No, no tattoos. They've
Wow.
got so many rules. There's so many things. Got to
Really?
hide your tattoos. Yeah.
No Bluetooth
No,
speaker thumping out the soul card.
no, none of that.
Yeah,
Very
yeah. So,
conservative. Very.
Wonder why.
let's see. I don't know, but
It's the
apparently it's still
culture.
amazing. It's still amazing over there. So I just want to see. I'll come back and report and see if it is really like that, innit?
Can't wait to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost makes me want to feel like I was doing a marathon in Tokyo.
So we were about to start the questions, weren't we?
Yes, we are. So in celebration of International Women's Day, we have the lovely ladies here, and we're gonna chop it up with them and ask a few questions. Whose questions is it first? Me.
Yep. You are doing first three.
Okay, so
Yes,
this goes out to Jade, I guess, or Carla first, whichever one who wants to answer first. But what's your most memorable ride or cycling achievement?
Well, I don't know. For me, Ride 100. What can
Which
I
year?
say?
Which year?
2 years ago. That was the one that I rode. I'd done it by myself, Dean.
I remember that.
Yes, do you remember?
Free
I'd done it
shots.
by myself, and then somebody calls me. I hope this is recorded. Somebody called me and said, "Why are you taking so long?" On my birthday
Yes.
and my mum's birthday. So I will never forget Ride 100. Achievement. A very vexed-faced mum at the end of the day, because obviously I spent all day on the bike and somebody asked me why I was taking so long. Anyway,
I
sorry,
think
Jen,
that
but
was the year that we were so hyped up. I think that must be the first year that we did Ride 100.
I think it was. Yeah, it was the first day.
And
Yeah.
when we got to the start, we were together, and then suddenly everyone was gone.
We went on like we was in the Tour de France for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, everyone flew off, gone. But in my defense, can I just say that bit about
No defense here.
Jade by herself? She deliberately said, "Leave me. I don't want you around me." Jade, be honest. Did you do that?
yeah,
leave,
but you were
leave.
riding like Tour. No, hold on. Riding like Tour de France, okay?
Yeah,
I
but you
thought
said,
Ride
"Go.
100
I don't want no pressure."
No,
So I just went about my business, innit? I just went about my business. I thought I was doing a favour. But I don't remember saying, "Where are you?" I swear, do you know what? It's because my
you
memory's
did.
not that great. I don't remember. I would never do that. I wouldn't say that. Why you taking so long? I might have said, "Where are you?"
No, you didn't. You asked me why am I taking so long,
So
and I remember that. I remember exactly where I was. You know that big hill at the end? Is it when you see the nearest tube station?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
yes.
about?
Yes.
That's
yes.
a bad time to ask that question
Mate,
as well,
I'm
you know.
glowing. And it's my birthday, and he's asking me, where am I, mate?
do you know what it is?
Some pure stray bullets, man.
In it, no, you got that app in it that tells them where they are. You got the letters, but her one, I couldn't. It was moving too slow. I thought the app was broken because she was moving really slowly. But I think
So
that's because it was the.
concern question.
I was concerned. So yeah, I just said, "Where are you?" I don't think I said, "Why are you taking?" I would never say something like that. But anyway, Jade, what was it about Ride 100 that you enjoyed and made it your greatest achievement?
Because that was the first time I ever got to do 100 miles. You know, that is a big achievement for me. For someone who, you know, just came new into the cycling. To do 100 miles, I mean, I ain't going to lie, I was knackered after that ride. It's a tough ride.
And to do a lot of it on your own as well, to be honest, that is hard.
But to be
She
honest,
was on.
doing it
Yeah.
doing it on my own was not too bad because I met so many people. I mean, the guy on the Santander, there were so many people that kept me going. And I just thought, I'm going to make the most of it, have fun. And that's what I did. And I finished, you know.
No, we're done.
No, it was a great
Yeah.
achievement. Fantastic
I
achievement.
think so. What about you, Carla?
You know what? I've had so many great rides that when I saw that thought that this would be a potential question, I was like, which one? Which one am I going to say? But actually, you know what? I'm a bit like Jade in that it's my first 100 miler. And that year, that was 2021, September, we went to Sheerness on Sea.
Oh my gosh,
Gosh.
that
And
ride,
that was an experience because
wasn't it?
we were now starting out as a cycling club. We were all novice, I think. I don't think we had any experienced cyclists. We didn't know. I was not even in cleats. I had a pannier probably at the back of my bike because I was like, I might need this and I might need that. So I had like a bag packed, and we all went off to Sheerness on Sea. And I remember when we got there, we were like, yes. And then it was like, we've got to
get back home. Yes.
And you know what as well? It's the thing is, it was a struggle to get there, but when we got there, we had a full plate of Caribbean food at the Caribbean restaurant.
We did.
The Caribbean restaurant island.
We
So
did.
We had the
Yes.
We
plates,
did.
Yep.
and we
Yep.
had to ride back.
Was this the
So,
days
and-
before? Was this the days before clipped in and all that stuff? This was the days before
I
being
don't know
clipped
if
in.
I was clipped. I don't think I
We
was.
weren't clipped in.
I don't think we were clipped
I
in.
was.
I don't think we were.
I never dreamt of being that type of cyclist. If you can give cyclists, you can classify them. I was just a regular flat pedals, just
Commuter.
cycling for commuting purposes. And then I joined TWR, and then we were like, someone had a great idea of going to Sheerness, and I stupidly
Leon.
said, "Oh yeah, that would be a good idea."
It was Leon. He done it so much so he done the recce the week before. He done that ride twice.
Oh yes, you and Wayne,
No.
Him and Leon.
Cringe.
Cringe.
you and
Me and
Cringe.
How far is
Yeah.
it there and back?
Oh, it's 100 miles.
It's over 100
plus 100
miles.
plus miles.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I remember towards the end, Harvey had another puncture. So we got back to Brixton probably in the night. Like literally.
It would have been
Yeah.
put it this way.
Like
I know that when I
midnight-ish.
got home, it was nearly midnight.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's my most memorable, because I accomplished something that I never thought I'd accomplish. But also, we stuck together. We overcame all the hurdles. And yeah, at the end of it, it was a success. I was like, pat on the back. We did that. We accomplished that.
No.
Yeah, that was a ride. Oh, I think that was a memorable ride. I remember I stopped. I went past my dad's road,
Oh yes.
and he lives
Yeah.
in Kent.
Yes.
And at that point, I was like, it takes me a long time to get here in my car. So what am I doing here on this bike?
Was there lots of you on that ride? Was it a big?
Yes, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think a few did get the train back, didn't they? But it was a long day in the saddle. It was a long day. If someone said, let's do that again, I'm not sure. I'd be like,
We should do it again.
No.
We should do it again. We should do it again. We should do it again.
always, Dean. Always, Dean. Always.
Yeah.
You've never done it. You've never done it, have you?
Because this is what see what we did the other day when we did
This guy.
the hills, salt blocks. You take on your demons, innit? You do it again, and guaranteed when you do it again, it's nothing. You're like, oh, was that it? That's how you'll do it. So I reckon we should do it again. Let's talk to
That is
Kareem.
definitely-
Let's do it.
that's a memorable 100 though. It is for a lot of reasons, but
No, we should do it. We should do it.
I don't know. I think the first ride 100 was also a good one.
Yeah.
I think for me, I think it was like, I was obviously, like everyone said, it was a new thing, innit? Oh, ride one, what's that? Ride 100. Everyone's excited. And the first time, I swear it was the first time it was in Essex, was it not? Was that the first year it was in
was Essex,
'Cause
yeah.
years before that it was Surrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first Essex one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously none of us didn't know what we was getting ourselves into. So
But we did a lot of
I
training
remember
for
we
that.
were
Do you
singing
remember?
Bob Marley along to the
yes, we was at the start.
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
we were so
Yeah.
happy and smiling.
And singing happy birthday to me.
Oh yeah, it was Jade's birthday. Oh yeah, that
We was
was.
all walking along making a whole heap of noise at the
Yeah,
start of that ride, weren't
we
we?
were so
Yep.
happy.
But Jade, you're right. We did do a lot of training for that.
We done a lot of
We
training,
did.
guys.
We
Remember in
did.
Regent's Park? I remember that. That was the lead up, Leslie, come on, guys. We were doing our sessions. So we did prepare. Just
Yeah,
not
we
the
was
Tour
we
de
was
France.
prepared for sure.
We
We was
was.
prepared. Yeah, we
No
were.
one can
I
take that
think
away
so.
from us. We were prepared.
Probably more prepared than we were in subsequent years, to be honest. I think.
But not for
Yes.
Tour de France, but yeah, we were prepared.
Yeah, yeah. Well, once the Tour de France had calmed down, we had calmed down.
Tour de Kent.
Yeah,
Innit?
Tour the TWR, I think it was, to be honest. Okay, so next question. What advice would you give to women who want to start cycling but feel intimidated?
Oh,
Yeah,
Carla,
that's a interesting question, because there is always that apprehension, because you're after someone that's walking, you're next on two wheels, you're quite vulnerable on the road, and there's that safety element. But I think it's about getting out there and just having a go. Because if you're always an observer, then it's difficult to experience it. So I feel as though, you've got to overcome that by either going out on your own, starting off in the parks, or like when I started off cycling, I started along Wandle Trail. So, and I remember, like, if I wasn't confident crossing the road, I'd go by a pedestrian crossing, or I'd go by the traffic lights or something to cross over. But safety was paramount, because that is, important. But find a safe space to build your confidence and then go on. But also, I think there's a lot to be said for going in a group. So having someone with you, or having the support of a cycling club, because that gives you a little bit of confidence, knowing that someone's got your back as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I kind of feel the same, because for me, don't laugh, I had a Victoria Pendleton bike. I love that bike. It had a basket. Yes, I had a basket.
What's
And it was-
that? What's the Victoria Pendleton?
It's like a you know when you go to Hoxton or Shoreditch and you got those really
commuter bike with a
those very fashionable looking ladies, and some of them have even got like frilly
Very
skirts.
posh.
Yeah, hipsterish.
Aye.
That yeah, it was one of them, and it weighed about. Actually, what are the weights?
2 cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at least it weighed about the weight of a moped, a small moped.
Hold on a minute. You answer me a question and the man's just slating my little Victoria
Sorry.
Pendleton bike.
Let me
Ask
shut
me
up. Let me
about
shut up.
as a
Dean, this is
woman.
International Women's
know what?
Day,
Women's
Dean.
Day. And
International
this is how
Women's
I'm
Day.
You know what?
empowering women. Yes, the bike was heavy.
You know what?
And us
I knew I
women-
might have to do this now. Let me just do this.
He's not going to say it.
No, I knew that was have to happen. When I see Jade coming on this one, I know I'm gonna have to. Anyway, go on.
But yeah, as you say, empowering women. Okay. So yeah, I got this bike and I was like, brilliant. It is heavy. But you know what? It gave me the confidence to just ride to the shop. That's what I did. And then Dean was like, nah, we got to get rid of this bike, and I went on the first road bike. So Dean gave me his old Trek. And I was like, I can't lean over this, like my bottom out door, you know what I mean? And I wasn't used to that, you know what I mean? I'm literally
That's that stance, yeah.
that stance. I was so asking.
Yeah.
I was like, and I had like big coat on, and I'm on this road bike. And then I started getting into it, and Dean showed me how to get the pink tapes. Then I started to ride from my house.
To get the what?
Pink tapes on the handlebars. Yeah, babe, I made it bougie.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I had
okay.
that, and I thought, oh, this is a really nice bike. And then I built the confidence. And Dean said, go to the gym. So I used to take the bike to the gym. So that got me to ride on the road and go a little bit further. And then from then I started to go places. And yes, I did use the train, you know me. But it was really handy that I actually built my confidence as a woman by myself on this bike. And then I think, was it after lockdown? I said to Dean, we were just talking about cycling clubs and obviously TWR. And I said to Dean, I want to try TWR. I want to try this cycling. And Dean was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. But I called and I said, I want to come and join. And Dean was like, yeah, just go. And I was like, no, I'm not going on my own. I need him with me. And as a woman, people are like, no, because you can go to some clubs and, you know, people be like, oh, you're right. And I didn't feel confident because I'm talking to this guy on the phone. He's going, come man, come and ride. But I don't know who he is. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Dean
basically,
came with me.
so basically, I only joined. I was just Jade's backup basically when I came. That's the truth, isn't it?
You was Jade's wingman.
Richmond?
Yeah, I was
Yes,
wingman.
it was Richmond.
Yeah.
Richmond
I remember
Park.
that.
Yes, you were
Do you
there.
remember that?
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the day as well. I do. Yeah. It was an evening, wasn't it? Like a Thursday
Yeah, it was
evening.
the
Richmond.
evening.
No, it was Richmond.
It was
Richmond was our
Oh,
first.
okay.
It
I
was
remember my
Richmond.
chain mash up that day on my bike. I was
Yes,
going up the
your
hill.
chain.
I was on my hybrid bike. I was on my
Yes.
hybrid and I went up
Yeah.
that Broomfield. I don't know what happened, but
hill.
maybe the wrong gear. Changed the gear at the wrong time. Pop, tang, pang, pang, tang. And,
And
ended up having to...
I remember cycling with the deers. It was just, you lot all rode off into the sunset while I was still pedaling.
Oh yeah, that was that another time when
You
I
drove there,
left you.
drove to...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Was that
There's
was
a
that
trend
another time?
here.
Do you know what? This one I'm going to explain because I remember that clearly. We took our bikes out of the car. You lot was all
Yes,
waiting.
I remember. I
And
remember
we took
that.
our bikes out of the car and like, hello, we come to join. We didn't care that you saw us come out of the car. We was like there. So I was
Yeah.
like, obviously I'm there just there as backup, innit? So I've said to Jade, they're there. I didn't say they're there, but you know the way I said it, looking back on it, I think I was like, look, I'm gonna go with the big boys. You stay with these guys. I'm gonna go with the big boys. But within about when you lot started, within about 20 seconds, I realised I was well out of my depth. So I kind of styled it out and came back to Jade. I said, Jade, you're right, but really it's because I couldn't catch up with you. I couldn't catch up with you. I was mashed up. I think Carla was the closest to me, but I couldn't catch Carla. You lot was. I was like, no way. These people are fast. I thought I was a rider, but I was just a commuter, innit? I was it was a different level of riding for me.
So Jade, you say so that's what your advice you'd give. What, join a group, get on the bike.
100%. Join a group, you know, as Carla said, go in a park, you know, just cycle on your own, just building up that confidence. But I think obviously joining with a club is the way forward, 100%. I've learned so much from TWR, so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's funny how we all started though, isn't it? I remember, I don't even know. I just bought a bike because I was doing London to Brighton. I didn't know nothing about bike. Just went on the website and said, "Oh, that one's purple. That's nice. Just gonna buy the bike." And that's it. And now look where we are.
I don't think you didn't
Yeah,
even have
I
a
mean-
road bike. I don't think you had a road bike when I first met you.
When you lot came to Richmond, I did not have a road bike.
It's a
I had
hybrid,
the
isn't it?
hybrid.
Hybrid.
Yeah. I think I did my first 100 miles on the hybrid. I did. Southend,
Wow.
Wow.
I think. Yes. Oh, did I?
I think it was, yeah, because
I think I
that's
did.
why you bought the bike, wasn't it? Because of doing your first ride being a long distance one, no?
Yeah. Well, that was the St. Vincent. What was
Yeah.
it? The
Oh, yes, because I
charity-
didn't do that
the,
one. Yes,
the
it was.
charity. But that's before I joined TWR. I remember on
Yeah.
that ride, I saw TWR. Me and Karine. As I said to her, Karine, let's buy bikes. She's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, let's buy bikes. We're going to do London to Brighton in the September. And then this one came up about 2 weeks after we bought the bikes. And she was like, I said, oh, I'm going to do this ride. She's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, just why not? Because my goddaughter was going to do it. And she was like 11. I said, well, she can do it. I can do it. Why? Like, Kareem thought I was mad, and there we are. We did do it.
Yeah.
But the actual 100 I did with TWR was on that same hybrid, I believe. Yeah.
Well done.
So, woo, woo. As AJ would say, that I'm meant to be riding the hybrid to work. That's what AJ says. You get it back out, and we should be riding our heavier bikes to work.
It makes sense though what he says to help
Yeah.
strength, but you can't leave Pablo just.
Pablo doesn't come to
Then
work
again,
though.
we don't do Pablo. Yeah, it's
Not to
Desmond.
work.
You say Desmond.
Devontae, can you stop giving him different names? Every
much
time
man-
I say,
How much man name you got?
man, I've got Devontae and Pablo. There's no Desmond around here. Don't listen to Leon. Okay, and so on the back of that, what are the top tips you'd give for confidence and safety on the road, ladies?
Act like you belong.
Oh,
I think
that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that people get intimidated. Like, motorists act like cyclists are pests, like we don't belong. But actually, you've got to cycle like you belong on the road, like you have a right to be there and have that confidence. Not arrogance is the difference, right? But you need to have that confidence when you're on the road. So, for example, don't gutter ride. Make sure that you give yourself enough space for cars that are overtaking, so that if they do pull in a little bit closer to you, you then have room to move over. If there's a car behind you that is trying to overtake, but they can't, you need to ride safely and they need to wait. So, act like you belong on the road, because if it was another car, they won't drive into that car, right? They would wait, overtake safely. And I think that when you start to demonstrate that confidence, you hope that motorists will respect you and they'll see you. But if you're timid and nervous, and that's when you make mistakes, and that's when accidents can happen. So I think that would probably be one of my biggest tips.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that is
Good
good.
advice.
That's really good advice. I mean, for me, I find because like commuting back and forth to work, so it's dark when I leave and dark when I come back. I think lights. I mean, you know me and Dean, when it comes to lights, we love our lights, and I think lights is so important. Being seen. I'm not talking about being the high vis, but I'm talking about make sure your bike has got lots of lights. And do you know what sounds crazy? We always play our music on our bikes. Do you know what? I find that actually better than the lights, because when I'm riding, people can hear me when I'm banging.
People
out
can
the
hear you
phone.
coming.
They can hear me coming, and I think that is the best way, actually, by playing music. I know people are like, they I get the looks at the traffic lights, but
It's controversial. It's very controversial music on
Yeah.
bikes, isn't it?
It's very controversial. But for me, when I'm riding on my own from work, do you know what? That helps me, because in the dark, you've got all the Uber Eats. These people are just running in front of you. They hear me. They hear me. So it does, especially traffic lights. You know what it's like. People just on their phones. So, yeah. Five is, make sure you got lights.
So there you go, guys.
Be heard and be seen.
Yeah, get your speaker boxes, guys. Get your speaker boxes.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like to hear cyclists with bikes. I mean,
It's not part of their original culture, is it? But so what?
No. Yeah.
That's what gives us flavour.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I see other people do it.
And look how many people like it. But you see, like on big rides like Ride London and all of those rides, like when we do Danish Dynamo and all of that. That what people say, that our music keeps them going, or they try to stay with us because of the music. Do you see what I mean?
On at
And
least
they
2
remember
rides.
us. Oh, you lot was the one. I saw somebody somewhere and he was like, It was you lot that was on Ride London, playing all those tunes.
That's
and
what
it's
they remember, and they love it.
Yeah.
And I've been on at least 2 rides now where people have been behind, and I didn't realise I've been playing my music and I'm riding, and I've looked behind. There's literally a trail of people, and they're listening, and they say, "I'm with you because of the music, mate. I'm with you because of the music." I'm like, okay. So some people do like it. Some people do like it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
You know
people do
what?
like
Don't
it.
lie. Having a bit of soca gets you up a hill. Man.
Oh, that is my hill genre. I'm sorry. Anytime, as soon as I get to the bottom, I know it's coming. Like, yep,
Isn't it?
soca, mate. Has to be. Works every time.
I think those 2 pieces of advice is, really good, fantastic.
Yeah, they are. They are very good. I think, for ladies, we have to be a little bit more aware of our surroundings, because also people sometimes don't even take us as serious cyclists, if you know what I mean. You know, so if we like, if we look like we're meant to be there and we could be seen and sometimes heard, then there's no excuse.
Seen and heard, that's right. So, as female cyclists, have you faced any challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Challenges. Do you know what? I feel like it's challenges all the time. Obviously where we live, I go through Dulwich. I go through some really nice areas, and these guys have got some, 10 grand bikes, and they're just riding to work. And I pull up at traffic lights, and I get that kind of what are you doing
Side
on that
eye.
bike?
Sneery look.
Yeah, that sneery look. And then one time, I never forget this, by Lambeth, this dude, he turned around and he said, "I like your look." I was like, huh? I was like, someone got the glasses on. And he was like, when you just give one look? And I thought, this is my chance. So you know what? I just speed off. When you're getting your gears and you just poo, 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 poo. And when I got to the end, I was like,
I love that. I love when I pass them. I love that when I pass them on the hills. I love it when they try to speed off. And when I get to Balham Hill, and then they're struggling, and I'm just like,
Struggling.
when they can see them like, what? I love it.
That's what I do. So those are the challenges. When I get those, that's what I use for my challenges. Do you know what? I'm going to speed off, and I love it. And then they might pass me, and I'll be like, but if I get ahead, I'm like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the troops come out.
No, it does. Or I'm like this at the end, blowing like.
Yeah.
Dead.
You can't let them see that your heart's beating out your whole chest.
Let them see that I'm blowing. I'm not competitive.
You are.
No, yeah, right, yeah.
You are. What about you, Carla?
You know what? I'm trying to think, and I don't know. I cycle very much in my own world and in my own space, so it's really difficult for me to think of challenges and other cyclists seeing you and feeling like, oh, you don't belong, or what are you doing on that, or so I struggle to actually answer that question and to come up, and I know that challenges may come in the future, but I've not really had anything significant and I'm thankful that I can shout about. I mean, I've been around Regent's Park, I've been around Richmond several times, I've ridden loads of different places, and most of the times other cyclists that look the part, if you know what I mean, have been complimentary or encouraging, or I can't say that I've had a strange look or a bad word in that kind of way. So I might be in the minority though, I don't know.
Or maybe it's just water for ducks back for you, innit? You're just whatever, innit?
Yeah,
maybe that's just your. I don't care.
Yeah, I can't think of challenges. I can think of maybe challenges as a woman on a ride, because we always need to go to the toilet. Is that a challenge? That's a different kind of challenge. No challenge but we might need to go stop more times than a man would need to stop, for different reasons. So those are always a challenge. And there's not always somewhere to go to the toilet. Man can just, go toilet wherever they want to go to the toilet. Us women, we physically looking for somewhere. So when you're going down them country lanes and there's nowhere about, that's a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
I was going to say, this is where Dean and I
Open your ears.
kind
This
of
is where
need to, like,
Dean and
exit
Jade,
stage,
Dean
yeah.
And you know what's funny? That kind of led
Leon.
what Joe was saying. Kind of is leading up to it as well, isn't it? But yeah, go on. Go on.
Because it kind of segues nicely into my next question about how you manage things so that women have to put up with whilst you're cycling, such as like menopause and like menstruation.
Menstruation.
Kind of
Period, man.
Period.
I was just about to say, can you correct
say
us,
the
girls?
word.
We're trying to be polite here. We're trying to be as
It's
polite
not a bad
as possible
word,
here.
guys.
Not a bad word. Not a bad word.
Country didn't want to say it, you know?
Leon, can you say the word? Let's hear you say the word.
We can't hear. Come on, we're waiting.
Absolutely ridiculous.
This
is why these conversations are needed. Can you not see?
Man, hot.
This is standard biology, guys. Women have periods, or
We do.
they have a menstrual cycle, and that is a blessing because we all have
none of us wouldn't be here without it. Yeah.
But having a monthly cycle means that we face a different challenge now compared to men. And, the thing is, it might not be just during the cycle, but pre-cycle as well, because you get fatigue, you get premenstrual fatigue. So imagine that you know that Ride London's coming up and it's May and you pay your money and you're planning and whatever, and whoops, that is either a few days before
coming on or
bang. You're going, right? But how are you going to do that 100 miles when as a woman you're either premenstrual or don't talk, you have different days. You have different experiences as a woman. So, you're early on, your mid-cycle or your late cycle, you experience different things. And so those things are quite challenging. I mean, Joe and I, we're always talking, oh gosh, can you believe, coming on or whatever.
Yep.
And so having an understanding, instead of Dean calling Jade and saying, where are you there?
Yeah, why are you taking so long?
We have to take that Ride London a little bit slower because of what she was experiencing. I'm not saying you were menstrual during that time, Joe, but Jade, sorry. But we might be planning a ride and the level that we are accustomed riding at, but on that particular ride, we're a little bit slower or we're a bit more grumpy. We're a bit
not
more
as happy.
moody, right? Joe's toopsing a bit more, or
if that's possible.
All of those things tend to affect us as a woman on the bike. And
100%.
for me, going through that next phase of life, that perimenopause / menopausal stage, I need to wee a lot.
Thank you.
Again, that just speaks to that understanding that we need to take regular breaks. But I think that this has been mentioned on this podcast before about having adequate stops for women. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think it was Jojo, maybe. I think it might have been when Jojo was on.
Yeah.
I remember doing a run. I'm not going to say who, but I remember
Dean.
doing a ride.
Joking.
No, it wasn't Dean. No, it wasn't.
I'm
Dean.
joking.
No, I remember doing a ride.
I thought it was me.
I think Dean will know who. Anyway, you'll know who it is. I've been doing a ride, and I think we've done a toilet stop, and then I had to go again, and I heard, "What, you got to go again? You're always going toilet." You know what I mean? You're like, so embarrassing, but it's true. And like,
Was it a man? Was it a man?
Yes, it was a man.
Okay. Just lucky guess, innit?
Yeah, it was a man. And I was just like, oh no, I felt it's embarrassing, but it's like, but I had to go, and then obviously I've had to stop the ride because I've had to go again, and I love it because I'm always the one that was quite quick to say I need to go to the toilet, and guess what? Everyone else starts to go behind me anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. They just haven't said so. Yeah. I'm always
the one
like,
that's quite
need a
vocal.
toilet stop, guys. Need a toilet stop. Yeah.
I would
But it's
always
having
say,
that confidence to say
Yeah.
so.
yeah, have to.
Yeah.
Not
I'll tell you
confidence,
what.
I have to.
I'll tell you what. I have definitely been made more aware since riding in groups that women definitely need more stops than men. You know, when as a man, you don't really think outside the box. You're not thinking this is why you need to do it, and there's more than one reason as well that you might need to stop. And what you just said in terms of premenstrual or perimenopausal, got my tongue twisted there. Perimenopausal, postmenopausal,
Peri sauce.
yeah, yeah. So all those things that affect women at our age riding, it's something that we need to take on. I definitely acknowledge that.
It comes with a plethora of symptoms, and no two women, three women are the same. What Jade and Carla would be affected by, I might not be affected by. Do you know what I mean? And vice versa. It is so unique to the person. Some people sell for it, some people don't. Some people have an absolute and utter nightmare with it. It changes the way they look, it changes the way they think, it changes their mental state. Like a lot of people have anxiety and panic attacks and all these different things that come with, you might just want to get on your bike that day, but you might get on your bike and it might not be a good day. You might have thought, you know what, I should have stayed home, but you didn't know that at the time. Do you understand? But you're out now, so you're just going to get on with it. But it's so challenging, and that's why it's good to have, like, you know, I know specifically us three all the time, we would talk about that standard on a ride, like, oh, you know, this and oh, you know, that, you know, you lot might be just riding, minding your own everyday business, but you know, we've already had conversation. Everybody knows what time. We know what time of day it is. We know what's going on. We know how this person feels. Do you know what I mean? So if someone says they need to go to toilet, I'm like, yes, we need to stop for the toilet because someone needs to go to the toilet. You know?
Or I'm riding and I'm talking to Carla and I'm just dripping. Just like, and it's cold
Sweating.
outside.
Yeah. It comes with so many things. So
But
many things. I think we're lucky at the moment because, sorry, Carla, that a lot of, you know, of late, it's people are speaking about these things so much more. You know, maybe 5-10 years ago, these conversations were not in any rooms at all.
And I think as women, like, I sweat a lot naturally, but obviously, you know, women that are menopausal might have hot flushes and so on. But they speak with cycling, it's important that we hydrate as well. Because you want to replenish, right? But equally, if you have changes in your bladder and the way that that's functioning because of menopause, then you're probably worried you're going to need more toilet breaks. So, you know, then there's a knock-on effect on how much you're actually hydrating, because you might not want to be the one to drink too much, because you don't want to have to be like, oh, you know, in the next
you can't gauge it.
miles,
it's hard to gauge it, isn't it?
I might need to go to the loo. So you're thinking about the route even before you start the ride. You're thinking about how much you're drinking and when to drink, because you know that it's going to then have a knock-on effect. So that I find that quite challenging as well, because the most important thing is that you hydrate, because you don't want to end up dehydrated and, you know, have another health challenge whilst riding. One of the other challenges I find as well is cycling clothing. Bib shorts, particularly hard, especially when you do these sportives and you have these small portaloo, which is fantastic. You don't want to touch anything, but you know you've got all your bib shorts and you've got to then take off
all your layers to get
to then
you have to get the ones that have got the little access at the back. You know, some brands do
I've
them.
seen that.
You can unclip, so you don't have to take off the layers before.
See, that's another thing that's another thing that I don't think about as well. Yeah, you have to do all that just to go to the toilet, because to get into details, but we can just slip it to the you know. You know what I mean? It's just, we can just do what
we're doing. You guys
Do
you
what men
guys-
do, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys can't do that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have those
Yeah.
convenient
Yeah.
Women
situations.
clothing,
And
it's
when
not easy.
and when it's like, you know, when it's like even like the time of the month and stuff, and like you're saying, you're trying to navigate a portaloo, your bib shorts, the not touching, don't want to touch the seat. You're trying to do Houdini in there. Like it's hard work. So those are the challenges for sure.
Big,
But
big
did you
challenges.
know now that all sportives, like cycling and running sportives, have to provide sufficient toilets for women so that you can they supply sanitary towels and all of the stuff in the toilets and even breastfeeding. Do you know that?
So they should. So
Wow.
Yeah,
they should.
so that's
Because sometimes people are caught off guard as well. You know,
Yes.
maybe it wasn't meant to be your time of your month and you've left your house and something's happened. So
Yeah.
they should.
so
Sorry.
schools now-
Did you say breastfeeding? Did you say breastfeeding?
Yeah,
She did.
yeah, yeah. So in the running sportives, they have toilets and facilities, and even all the sportives have to have this facility, which is toilets that are provided with sanitary towels, all the stuff for women, and even breastfeeding, because there's some women that are cycling and running who are breastfeeding. So obviously,
Okay. I'm gonna be
Is that
very.
to express to relieve pressure.
Oh,
then, or
thank
something?
God!
That's right.
Thank God, country's asking.
Okay.
Of course. Thank God,
See,
country
men
asked
don't
it.
know these things.
No, not me.
That was just a guess. I was
Okay.
just hazarding a guess.
I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on.
That makes
Oh,
sense,
Dean.
because I remember
Makes-
when I was breastfeeding, I couldn't get back to feed in time, and yes, I had to walk with my kit to do what I needed to do.
You have to
be
express.
comfortable.
Yeah, you have to express. Yeah, because you don't want them boobies to get full up.
So,
It hurts.
sorry. Where would you put you express it into a bottle? So we can speak candidly, right?
You just
Yeah, of course you can.
You express it into
You spread it into a bottle,
but you
but
discard of it.
discard of it.
Like some people would, if people have the
Oh.
means, they would obviously save it. But in a marathon, for instance, you're not gonna have the means, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
unless people have got their pouches and they've got somebody
Do
who
you know
they
what?
can give it.
You
it
just
to.
saying that made me feel so stupid. Of course, you're just gonna dash it in a marathon, but in my head, I'm
But
thinking,
if
so how do they carry it?
Yeah, because it's the pain, isn't it? You can't be running or even cycling with all that milk. So it's a woman can produce more later. A woman that's going to produce all the time if she's breastfeeding, so she can waste that milk. But that means she's comfortable to continue her cycling or running journey. Does that make? Can you see what I'm trying to explain to you?
Yeah. This is.
Yeah.
This
So
is
when
a
you-
Especially
eye-opener.
over something like a marathon, like
A
26
marathon
miles,
or
on, like
cycling
running.
100
That's
miles.
100
Imagine
miles. Yeah, exactly.
your breasts are full with this milk and you can't get rid of this milk. If you got the toilet, you can get rid of that milk, and that woman will be able to continue.
Yeah.
I have never thought
That's
of that
food
in
for
my
thought,
life.
isn't it,
Yeah.
guys?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
You're right there, Leon.
Very interesting.
Yeah. No. It's like they say, every day is a school day.
Yeah.
It is indeed.
You know,
Wow.
there's another thing that I thought about being International Women's Day and getting women comfortable riding is, the saddles as well that they choose or you
Oh,
start
they can
off
be a
riding.
challenge. Woo.
That is, and I am very fortunate that I did not experience a lot of saddle soreness, but I know that it is something that is spoken about a lot in the community, amongst women, especially those early riders. And I guess that speaks about the importance of having the correct bike size and probably going to get a professional bike fit as well. So for women that are listening to this podcast or looking at the podcast, thinking about, I want to get into riding, or they've started, but they find it really uncomfortable. There are things that can be done to alleviate that and to make you more comfortable. Like we've done over 100 miles, right? Cycling, and over time, your body becomes accustomed to the position that you assume on the bike. But that initial break-in can be a challenge. So it's important to, make sure you've got the right bike, make sure you've got a bike fit, but also persevere as well. Padded shorts and so on can make things a bit comfortable.
But not
as well.
a padded seat. I like to
No
add
padded
not,
seat.
not a padded seat. That's something I would say. Never ever use a padded seat. That's
When I
my
started, I had a padded seat cover. Yeah.
experience.
Remember?
No, when I
Because you would,
started on the hybrid bike, I did. I had a padded. I didn't know nothing them time there.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
someone said get a padded seat. I was like, okay. And the
It sounds
cheapest of cheap,
natural.
and very cheap pair of shorts. I mean, that would not help in any situation. Do you know what I mean? So now we all know better.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, innit?
That's it.
I think we definitely, Dean, as men, we have to be a bit more, show a bit more awareness and understanding out on group rides. And it may be something said about, you know, preliminary things we do on group rides in terms of like discussion. So, for example, if we're on a group ride and there's like, you know, women that are part of the group ride, maybe it's something that we should incorporate as the, you know, before we roll out, to say, listen, we've got women riding with us today. Be mindful of the fact that we may have to do extra stops and so on and blah, blah, blah. We don't need to go into details why, but just make it
just do a welfare
thing.
Yeah, make it policy. Just do a welfare check at the beginning of the ride or something like that.
Yeah.
And that will instantly women who are new to the group, that will instantly make them feel at ease. Do you understand?
That's right.
Because they know
And
that
it
they know that they're being considered. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Last question from me. Jade, knowing that you are our running guru, how did you get into running, and what is it about running you love the most? And do you prefer running more than cycling?
Oh, now that's a hard. I've got to answer that question first.
That's
I
a
can't-
mean question there.
That is really mean. Do you know what? I love running. You know that, obviously, obs. But cycling, it's so much different. And when I get on my bike from time to time, and I'm like, do you know, I really enjoy this. It's such, the freedom. So you can't answer that question because it's two different things. So you know what? I'm so glad that I've got the ability to do both of them. That to me means a lot, that I can do cycling once a week. I try and cycle to work, and obviously I'm doing my running. So it's really a hard question to answer.
But which one though? But which one though?
Well, you know I started as a runner.
If you had to choose between
running.
yesterday, now if you had to choose tomorrow, okay,
Running. Just be honest,
there
man.
you go.
Yeah.
I feeling you would have said that.
I like my cycling. And
She's
you
doing
forget when
like
I joined.
marathon back to back. Of course, she loves running.
Yeah, but when I joined TW, I remember I was a runner. I am coming from a runner.
You are a runner.
I am a runner. Sorry, what was the other question?
You're a
Sorry.
runner that likes to cycle, I would say.
That's
But
right.
yeah, so, well, you answered the question. Well, no, what is it? How did you get into running, and what is it about running you love the most?
Do you know what? How did I get into running? Do you know what? When I first met Dean, we were like, okay, this is when we were really young. We're going to go running. I kid you not. Dean took me in southeast London for a 15-minute run. Ask him. Dean could tell you this story. When we came back, I collapsed on the bathroom floor. I literally.
And it wasn't a far run. It wasn't that bad bigger run. I've never really been that much of a runner, but I used to do little 20-minute runs, and it had a little bit of a hill in it. And I'd turn around, and Jade, did you enjoy the Jade? She's in the bath. She's on the floor, just heavy breathing in the bathroom. Don't know what was going on. Yeah. I thought I had to get the defibrillator.
She was
out.
tired.
Yeah, she was in a madness.
I
didn't think that she'd go on to do what she's doing now.
Do you see what I mean? So that didn't stop me from going back. So what I did, I would just keep running around the local park in southeast London, doing 10 minutes, and then I built. So for some reason, that's how I started my running. From that experience, that usually puts people off, like, I would never do this, because that hurt. I literally couldn't, I was gasping for breath. So now I'm just running, and that's what I enjoy. What I enjoy about it is the freedom. I can get up in the morning, put my trainers on, and I've done my exercise. I'm quite fidgety. I have to be moving. I've been like that since a child. Because, you know, I used to be a dancer. Okay, so a lot of people didn't know that. Yeah, I used to be a
I remember
dancer.
you said that. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I
say that
remember
again?
you used to be a dancer.
Yeah. So I used
I
to be a
remember that.
dancer.
Yeah.
So I've always been moving. And I found that running was the easiest way. Rather than having to get dressed, go to a gym, go to a club, I can just put my trainers on and go and bang out a 5K.
And you was already a fitness instructor, so you had the fitness in you anyway.
Always been into fitness and moving.
So it's the convenience you like about it. It's easy.
And if I be honest, running, you get really quick. It's because it's cardiovascular, isn't it? So you get fit very quick.
Yeah.
But it's hard work. It's, you know, that when you do a 5K run, it's hard. Even up to this day, you know, when I do 5K, I'm like, do you know what? I'm knackered.
It's hard on the limbs. I find that it's hard on the body. You know why it's hard.
Hard on the body.
Once you get the cardio in, but it's like, you know, your knee might hurt, your back will hurt you, your shins are hurting.
But your body gets conditioned.
But does it though, Dean? Because I just find running never gets easy. Like,
I feel it does. If you do it regularly, if you do it consistently, it does.
You get fitter. No, you can get fitter, but I don't know if it gets easier.
Experience.
Like, yes,
of
people.
running.
You can get fitter. Yeah,
and that's what it is for me. So that's why I do marathons, because I've got the ability for long. I can run for a long time, but I run steady. I'm not a sprinter, so I can stay on my feet for 5 hours and actually have enough in the tank. I don't know. It's just the way how I run. That's why I can do a marathon. I'm like, okay, but I train for it. It's just getting fitness up.
Yeah, I must say that I use my.
Leon don't like the running.
I know.
Sorry, Carla.
Yeah. I run once a week because riding is my first love, obviously. And I think that if I run, I'll get strong on the bike. So I torture myself. And I, you know, when I finish, I think, oh, yeah, I did that. And I feel good. But I don't, like that love that you talk about, Jade. I don't know. I feel like you the first time on the bathroom floor every time, I think. You know, every time I finish, I'm like...
You know...
But after this conversation, I'm going to say the same thing. I will get you guys. We are going to do the marathon. A marathon.
Who's she talking to?
Have we lost connection? I think Leon disappeared.
Yeah.
No,
not me, boy.
I'm putting this on the.
Someone in our group. So let's let the people know. Had a fantastic idea, and you know. People talk about teenagers having peer pressure, but peer pressure is real at any age. Because
every age. We live it and breathe it every day.
Someone had a brilliant idea for us to do the Hackney Half. And, you know, a few of us just ended up, I don't know how we ended up running 13 miles, and I don't know who persuaded. Was it Corinne? Whose idea was it?
Yeah, Corinne.
Anyway.
Jade.
It's Jade.
Was it Jade?
Who was it?
Jade instigated it and Corinne ran with it.
Oh.
And you lot.
As soon as Jade gets a little sniff that somebody's talking about some kind of running, you could just say running marathon in passing. It could be completely nothing to do with you. You could be saying, "Oh, my sister's brother's friend's doing a marathon. Marathon? You want to do a marathon? Okay, I'll send you details about a marathon."
By the way, we're all doing the big half, aren't we? Big half in September.
Get
us fit.
Once, as Carla's saying, that's another part of this peer pressure argument, isn't it, Carla?
Yes, because
peer
suddenly
pressure?
You're going along,
encouragement,
your own business, and someone will drop some idea like, "Oh, I think we should do," and next thing you know, everybody's signed up. And you know, we talked about doing things as a group, like cycling in a group and so on. That's what I probably, I don't know. When I'm doing the activity, I don't know that I call it love, but this group is so encouraging, and, you know, doing things like 13 miles, half marathon, big half, or whether it's the Hackney, half marathon, it makes us stronger physically. It makes us healthier physically. So looking at the big picture, looking at the bigger picture, there are benefits to these things. But yeah, at the time, I'm just like, whose idea was this anyway?
Do you know what? Sorry to interrupt. What for me as well? You know what I like to see is when we're at the start line. I know you're like, oh my gosh, it's a half marathon. This is going to be. But do you know what? It's so nice to see us on that start line, and that is what we need. Runners. I'm not like your typical runner. Okay. Yeah. I'm a bit more shapely. I'm not that slim. You see these younger, like now it's the new running clubs, and you've seen how they run it. I'm not that tick box. I'm like the t-shirt and the shorts, and off I go. So I stand out when I do a run. And this is what I want. I want more of us. And
Representation.
Representation, because you can do it. Yeah. I'm going to think about what I'm doing in 3 weeks' time, where I'm going.
Yeah.
Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Japan, and I'll be on my own on that start line. Yeah, and that's one of the...
Dean will be there with you.
Yeah, but not on the start line. So I'm aiming for the 6 majors. That is what my goal is. There's 6 major marathons.
Can you explain what the 6 majors are?
So the 6 majors is London, New York, Tokyo, Berlin, Chicago, and Boston. So those are the major marathons, and they're all stars. And once you get them, you get 6 stars, get this massive medal. And basically, it's the top 6 major marathons. So I have done London, I've done New York, and now I'm going to Japan. I've just been accepted for Berlin and Chicago.
I thought you already done Berlin.
No.
Half match. She's done the Berlin half. She's done the Berlin half.
So I'm close to my 6.
And she's doing the Chicago this year as well.
And I'm doing
so that's
Chicago.
she would have done by the end of the year. You would have done 5 of the 6.
Amazing.
So what's left? What's the one that's left? Boston.
Boston.
You've done enough marathons for all of us, so I will accept whichever one you want.
There's 5 of us on here. You're gonna do 6.
Yeah, I don't need to do one. I'm just like, what? I doff my hat to you.
You know what? We could split. I'll tell you what we could do. For the last 6, if we split a 26 mile into 6 people, then that's it covered. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
26 miles divided by 6.
Yeah, and then what? We all run it.
Yeah, you all run it.
You get a baton. You do the relay. You stand up
Yeah,
that way, and then when the next one reads,
I see.
you get
Yeah.
and the next
Well,
one.
you're not going to be waiting forever in the day for me to hand over the baton.
I'm not coming. You lot get there, and whoever's before me, they did it twice.
You know what? That's the thing, right?
We swim.
You know what? You lot cuss about running, but one thing I'll say, I don't like running, but one thing is that feeling. I mentioned it in the last episode with Kelly. You get this feeling after running. Don't you feel it? Especially I'm talking to Joey and Country and you, Carla. You get this feeling after a run.
Pain.
Oh,
No.
Yeah. What did Kelly call it? The Sarah and the Tony.
Serotonin. Jade, you know what it's called. What's it called? What's the feeling that goes surges through your body?
Sarah and Tony.
Sarah and Tony. Yeah. That is what I love. I love the feeling afterwards. You feel fit and healthy, and it's like a drug. What is it? What is the name of it?
You're trying endorphins, but you're trying to sell it.
Endorphins.
But how long after it am I meant to feel it? Because all now.
Listen, I'm as a runner, I'm gonna say that's rubbish. Not every run I feel the Sarah, and when I finished New York, I was questioning my whys. Seriously, because I've got, honey, do you want to go to the medical tent? That was the conversation I had after New York. So yeah, there was no Sarah. It's not always like that.
Okay, well, I didn't sell it that well then.
Okay,
No, you
no
didn't.
worries.
I'm being honest.
Nah,
All right.
nah.
Right. Next question. This kind of, I think you two may have answered this slightly in previous questions, but I'll say it. Could you each of you name one thing your male cycling companions should consider when riding with women, which they may not consider? Kind of went past it, didn't we?
Kind of covered that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's
Yeah.
something else they would like to
Is there anything
consider,
else?
other than what we've discussed.
Don't drop me.
That sounds like a personal one, but anyway, so we that sounds a little bit personal.
Right,
But-
and the man there is just like up the front. I'm like, come on, give me a little space. Let me go in the front.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, but there's a lot. There's a bit to say about that. I'd say,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's a valid one, because if
Don't
you
drop-
are on a group ride and you are, maybe there's not many women, and maybe you are left at the back and they do drop you, then that's unmotivating. Is it safe? Like,
That's a
that is
very
valid.
good.
I think that's
Yeah.
a valid. I think that's a valid point. Yeah, I
The
think
one
that's a
about
valid
safe.
point.
The one about safe is very, very, very valid.
Yeah,
very valid.
I think
yeah.
that's a
I'd
valid point.
also like to
Yeah, it
add to
mustn't.
that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on.
No, go on, Carla.
No, I was also going to add to that. On the contrary, don't underestimate women either, because not all women will be dropped or will be slower, or
No.
I see some ladies cycling out there, and I'm like, they're doing their thing, trying to keep up with them. It's like, whoa, they're like at the top of their game. So I think another thing I would say is don't underestimate some women on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been dropped. I've been dropped by women. They didn't check on my welfare. But anyway, I will. I'll looking forward. looking forward. I'll definitely be looking. Make sure no one gets dropped. I'll take that
You know
advice.
what?
And for them not to make assumptions that we can't fix our punches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
actually,
Oh, mansplaining. We're going on mansplaining.
No mansplaining. Because some of us can do better than some guys.
I hear that. I hear that.
Dean's been taking shots today.
Yes, and he's been firing though. He's been
Jade,
firing as
He's
well
been
though.
firing
So.
them.
Jade, I think you might need to take him to A&E after this.
He's wounded. He's wounded.
Riddled with bullet holes.
Oh my gosh.
That doesn't matter. I was expecting it anyway. Don't worry. All right. Could you each name your biggest achievements in the past 12 months and why?
I think for me, doing 2 ultra marathons, that was a big achievement, and they were quite close to each other.
That's
That-
huge.
That's major.
Yeah, that
How
was,
far is that ultra marathon?
that was 50k, so it was 30 miles, and the elevation was about 2,000. So I done 2 of the most epic races that is known, which is called Race to the Kings and Race to the Stones. So it says it in the name. I mean, mountain goat. I was a mountain goat at one stage because now I know the meaning of mountain goat, where I was standing on my 2 feet, gripping for dear life. That's how high it was. So I would say the 2 ultra marathons, and I done one in June. So the first one was in June, and then the next one was in July. So very close to each other. So that's 100 miles within 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Legend.
Big achievement.
Yeah.
Big achievements.
Are ultra marathons ran the same way like a normal marathon, or is there
No,
actually
so
stop, or
ultra-
use actually?
So with an ultra marathon, it was in Chichester. So it's along the coast, and then it goes all up into the forest. So you need poles. You have to run with a rucksack. You have to
Oh,
eat.
okay.
Yeah, it's literally walking and running. Yeah, but it is fun, but it's intense.
There's some walking poles that you see people with. Is that
Yeah,
what they're
that's
using?
what I had to use.
Yeah.
Because
I thought they were for hiking.
no, they're for running, and I needed them because there was points where it was like vertical drop, literally vertical drops. Yeah, you're running in these massive fields, just in the middle of nowhere in Chichester.
So
30
you're
miles.
running with the poles.
Yeah. So you have a rucksack, you have your running vest, and they fold up. They're really good. They just fold. They're really light, and you put them in the back. So when you're running and you come to a mountain like a hill, you bring them out, and that will help you get up the hill and back down, and then you fold them back up because you'll
So they
come
go
to a point
small.
where they. Sorry.
They go really small.
Yeah, they go really
These
small.
poles.
They're about. Yeah, my poles are about that big, but they'll come out quite long, and you need them. And your food. The food is the main thing. You eat a lot of food. A
Yeah.
lot.
I can understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I ate a lot. And they feed you at stations, pit stops. So you go to a pit stop and they've got like sandwiches, tea, coffee, everyone's like this. And then off you go. It's a
Fueling,
walking
isn't
picnic.
it?
Are there a lot of women doing the ultra?
Good question, because last year was the first incentive to get more women running in the ultras, and there was much more of a percentage of women. There is predominantly men, but this year I think the women actually excelled because they trained and they came and they executed that.
I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking, because I read the other day that for ultras is the one sport where women and men actually their abilities start equalizing. It's one of the one sports where once you get to a certain, maybe it's longer than 30, maybe you get to about 40 miles, men haven't got an advantage. They haven't got a physical advantage over women because their women's endurance starts taking over. I don't know how it works, but I read it up and out. I found that really interesting because there's not many sports that are like that.
Well, look at the
I
lady
know.
that won that massive ultra in Berkeley, that one in America. I mean, that was ridiculous. She came first.
Yeah, there's a woman that won one, isn't it? Yeah, there's a woman that won it, and it was men and women, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. What about you, Carla?
I was having a think, and last year I did not ride as much as I rode the year before. I think the weather, we didn't really have very good weather last year. But
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not
a
gonna
lot of
discuss
cooled off.
loads and loads. Pardon?
I said a lot got called off last year. A lot of our rides got called off, didn't they?
Yeah. But like has been mentioned on the podcast before, a group of us went on our first cycling holiday, and obviously conquering the hills of Mallorca has to be one of the most amazing experience that I've had on the bike because of just the elevation, the it's not the steepness, and I think Leon's mentioned this before. It just goes on. It's long, and so I think the weather, the distance that we rode, the hill climbing, going down into Saculaba, and then coming back out of the port. It was really good, and I did the lighthouse ride, which was amazing. Was really, really beautiful. I think it's called Cap Fermentor. I got to the lighthouse and I sat by the lighthouse and just looked at the view, and it was just like, I was like, wow, I could never imagine that when I started cycling in 2000, I started to cycle because I was commuting 7 miles, and where I was working didn't have parking. So I thought, oh, let me just buy a bike. I'll cycle. And I remember 7 miles took me about 40 minutes to an hour. I would go Wandle Trail. I would get off, push up Wimbledon Hill. And I remember sitting on this ledge by the lighthouse and just looking, and you could see the road coming into the lighthouse, Cap Fermentor, and these coaches coming around, but they were tiny, and I was just like, we just cycled that, and I was just so impressed. I was like, I'm impressed with me. Oh my goodness me! Like, we did
pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
I was
Achievement.
just
Yeah.
completely amazed. at how far we come, not intentionally, but because I think we are surrounded by the right people. As we mentioned previously, we're like, oh yeah, peer pressure, let's do this. And although we complain and we moan all the way along to the slaughterhouse, we do it. We get behind each other and we encourage each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, it was just a real wow moment for me. So I think, yeah, that's probably the most memorable.
And you
But
got
I'm hoping that this year
and
will
you got a nickname out of it.
well, the mountain goat came because, like, literally, as you were riding in the mountains, there were these goats just all over the place, but they were just
Yeah.
climbing like it was second nature. Well, it is to them, I suppose.
Like
Yeah.
you,
Nothing
how
to
you
them.
was,
Yeah.
like how you was
Yeah.
climbing.
Yeah. Second nature.
That's how
innit?
you was
Yeah.
climbing them Sakalaba them hills and gully in Sakalaba like it was nothing.
Oh
Carla
my
was
gosh.
gone, innit, Leo? We were like Carla was couldn't see
Love it,
Carla,
man.
so
It was-
you
it-
come like the mountain goats.
It
That's
was
why you
very
got your name.
impressive.
Very.
I-
Very impressive.
I
Such an
tell you, I
incentive for
felt-
women to what they can do. Look at that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
to getting on a
Yeah.
bike and going at the highest point. You can do
Yeah.
it.
From
Definitely.
Kamut to Big Mountain in Europe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic.
7
Fantastic
miles.
Believe in
achievement.
yourself.
Yeah.
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 Okay, right. I'll go on to the last one, and International Women's Day. So for International Women's Day, we round it up with can you name the women, either personally or otherwise, that have personally inspired you to partake in and help promote women in sport?
That's a fantastic question.
That is.
So,
Mine is
so
not.
women that have inspired you.
Yeah, mine is not a famous person because some of us got a famous person, but for me, who always stands out for me, excuse me, is JoJo. So when I first came to TWR and Regent's Park, and Jo was, I don't know, she was just amazing. She just,
Jo Morgan.
Yeah,
Jo
Jo
Morgan,
Morgan, JoJo. And she just right, you've got to do this. And literally, she showed me how to do my gears, literally on that one session. I learned so much in that 30 minutes. And she was like, no, you can do this. And then next thing you know, there's me getting trained up to be a ride leader, a ride coach.
There you go. Look at
Do you
that.
see what I mean?
It went full circle.
Full circle from just doing that one session at Regent's Park. She was amazing. And I hope she's listening because she's, there's always something that I always remember where I come from. Jo really helped me.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I think mine's a bit more personal. My granny from my father's side, her name was Doris Adams, and I lived with them when I was about two, 3, and I remember her taking me to school on her bike. Back then, she had must have been like an extended pannier bit that you would sit. I would sit cross-legged and just be at the back of the bike, and she would just, that was my commute to school. But she never, she moved to Chicago in her middle age period, but she never had another mode of transportation. She just always cycled. That's how she got around, even right into her old age. And I think that, now that I found the love of cycling, I'm like, I hope that I continue to cycle well into my old age. I know the road's different and whatever, but I mean, she cycled in Chicago. I don't know what the cycle lanes are like and the road layout and so on is in Chicago, but she never had that fear to go to a big city and to continue cycling. And that's what she did right up, right into her older age. So I hope that, that I would be that type of person that even as I get older in my nice golden age, I can still hop on my Brompton or get a nice older bike and keep going.
Yeah, that's very inspirational.
Very
And it's nice
inspirational.
that you two have referred to like someone like local and personal, close,
Yeah.
rather than the stereotypical, say, famous person kind of thing. You know what I mean? It kind of really shows that it is a true inspiration. Not that you can't be inspired by someone that's famous, but it's
It gives you more hope as well because
Yeah.
it gives you more hope as well because it means you could become that person to someone else as
Yeah,
well.
it's realistic, isn't it?
In fact, you two probably are. You probably are inspirational to other people that have followed
Yeah, you
you
are,
guys
yeah.
as well. Yeah,
100%.
So yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, no thanks.
International Women's Day.
International Women's Day. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for both joining us. It was lovely.
Thank you for
Sit here
having
and,
me.
as
Thank
Leon
you.
would say, chop it up with you.
I've not heard that one.
Guys, anything else you guys want to say? Leon's
No, I was
laughing.
gonna say I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, guys, because it's very inspirational and very good representatives of what women in sports should be.
And I think you've learnt a few bits as well, haven't you?
I have learned a lot. I really have learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll teach him some more later.
You're gonna have to
Teach
go
him,
and
yes.
give him a
Keep
cuddle when
keep
you're
teaching
finished.
him.
No, we're gonna sit down and tell him more about us women and what we go through. This part 2's tomorrow.
Before
Part
you do
2's
that,
tomorrow.
Get the first aid kit first and dress those wounds that you've got.
I know.
In it.
No,
No, I came through it. No, I come through it unscathed. So yeah. Yeah, thank you for
No,
coming.
say
Thank you so
for
much
having
for your
us.
time.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a
Thank
really
you.
good episode, man. And yeah, again, happy International Women's Day. And
Happy International Women's
to
Day.
all of those women out there, the wonderful women that are flying the flag.
Yeah.
We salute you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Salute
guys.
us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And don't forget to, come on, Leon, tell the guys what are we not forgetting. Don't forget to like, share,
comment, subscribe,
comment,
yes, share.
all
and
of that good stuff.
Ask questions. Ask any and lads, guys as well. Ask questions. You're the ones that should be asking the
Yes.
questions. Yeah, don't get shy like Country did earlier. Yeah, don't get shy.
No. Kind of like,
He was slipping in his ears.
Yeah, so yeah, ask questions. Ask
No,
questions.
but yeah, you're right. Ask lots of questions. Don't be shy. We don't bite. You will get very honest answers from us. So, in layman's terms as well.
yeah. And that's how we want it, really. Yeah.
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 The truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ciao, ladies.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good
you.
evening.
Enjoy your International
Stay
Women's
warm.
Day.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy International Women's
Take-
Day. Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye.